Okay. I'm doing a response to FK Vlogs or Frankie and the top 5 love stories, and kind of did one that's not a love story, but you know, two actually. But I like the relationships in the movies, so yeah. First is The Adventures of Robin Hood with Errol Flynn all the way to Holland. Obviously, Robin and Marianne had great chemistry, blah blah blah. But Errol Flynn and Olivia Holland were in love in real life, and that's what makes this so much better than just another love story, because they were in love with each other. And so it's kind of like I like the love story in the movie, and then I appreciate the love story that was going on behind the scenes. Although it really wasn't much of one, but you never acted upon the feelings that they had towards each other. But I appreciate that they love each other in real life. And I respect Olivia for never crossing a line, and she could have, and he encouraged it a lot of the time. So, yeah. Next is The Dark Passage with Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart. And again, it's more, they were a real couple, they were married, so it's kind of like, I appreciate the couple in the movie because they were married in real life, and their chemistry was just amazing. Anyway, I was gonna do Have and Have Not because it was the first movie they ever did, and they had a great chemistry right from the beginning. But I have to say their characters in this, not really a love story at all, but their relationship in the movie is so sweet. And when there's a part where he leaves and she's so sad, and it's so hard to watch that scene because, and you know, it was hard for him to see her like that because she really was crying in that scene, and it was hard for her to like watch her cry. So yeah, but it was just they're very, Humphrey and Lauren, my favorite classic couple, because their love was just so, like, it was real and sweet, and especially in this movie because they were married, I feel like there was a lot more tenderness between them, more sensitivity from Humphrey. He always had sensitivity toward her, but it was a little more than it used to be. It was in the other two movies. So next is On Golden Pond with Ethel and Norman. And again, not a love story at all. But I loved Henry Fonda and Katharine Hepburn as a couple. They had never met before. They did this movie, and their chemistry was perfect. It was just, I feel like if they met, and they had met, and they had been not with other people, I feel like they could have actually had a relationship because they were just so sweet and real, and there was no, you know, there was no like ever a time when I'm watching this and I'm like, oh well, you can tell that they're acting, because the whole movie they seem like they are in love and that they are a couple and that they're married, and it just, they're so sweet. And even the cover of them in the front with her leaning on him, that I just think it's so sweet, and I feel like he was very good to her, and they're good to each other, and that shows in the movie so well. Next is a little controversial about Harold and Maude. She's obviously older and he's younger, but I just love how Maude is there for Harold. And I know there's a whole thing now where people are against, like, I don't know, the Pixie Dream Girl, whatever that is, and saying that they're saving the men and blah blah blah. And I don't think that's actually what they're doing. I just think they're giving someone a different point of view, and I mean, Sometimes you need that, and if it's a girl doing it, then whatever. But there's plenty of men who do that in movies. But anyway, but Harold and Maude, I just feel like it's so beautifully done. And no, she's not saving him. She's just giving him a new perspective because she's older, so she has perspective on things, and he more than he does. So it's just a beautiful story, and I've watched this so many times. You have no idea, and it's just they're so good together. So next, the last, the time traveler's wife. And I forgot to put this in the movies that make me cry, because this one makes me cry like so much. It's insane. But I just love this movie, and there are people who don't understand. It's not confusing to me, but I just think that the relationship was so real. There's so many moments in this where Rachel McAdams is like so mad at Eric Bana's character for constantly leaving because he's a time traveler, but she knows that he doesn't control it. It just happens. And she knows that he can't control it, but at the same time, it's frustrating for her because she's always alone. And sometimes she is alone, she doesn't mind it so much, but then there are times where she does, and she gets lonely, and he misses things, and she gets kind of frustrated. But then at the end of it all, you know that they love each other, and that there's a line where she says, "I don't need to get 1 second of our life together," and that's such a beautiful line, and that's the part that makes me cry every single time. It's so beautiful, and they're not like perfect love story. It's very flawed, but it's just very realistic to me, and I appreciate that. I mean, as holistic as it can be with having a husband for a time traveler, but the circumstances that they're in, it's very realistic, and I appreciate and I appreciate the movie for that. So, yeah, that is all. Goodbye.